Oh, I don't have the video on. What a travesty. Let's get the video going. Alrighty, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I don't have your face though. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. Let me fix that before we get into the juicy bits. All right, there we go. There we go. Welcome, welcome to another episode. This is today's going to be a new idea. That's pretty exciting. That's pretty exciting, eh? I mean, it's not every day we get to do a new idea. Hopefully, it becomes an everyday occurrence, but at the moment, it's not. So, pretty exciting to be able to jump into a brand new idea. First off, let's circle back and kind of see how things were going with the last idea, and kind of like just kind of get a feel for the vibe. Like, how are customers reacting? If there are any customers. So let's take a quick look here. All right, nothing. It's just a big bunch of zeros. Let me see if there are any payments. Let's see if there are any transactions. Okay, nothing. There's literally nothing. It's just a complete blank Stripe page, which kind of makes you wonder if there's a bug somewhere, right? It's okay. It's all right though. Not to get depressed. This is for two products. This is Podzilla as well as Redbox. Now, I did post about this, so I got it going on Twitter. I got it going on Twitter. I posted on what else was it? Let's see. Let's see. I mean, I had a couple of posts.
You're
All right, this one.
you're disconnecting. You keep getting disconnected.
Oh dear. The number of dropped frames is atrocious. We're at 33% dropped frames. Oh dear me. Oh, it's a stupid VPN. Wait, let me disconnect. I hope that doesn't kill the stream. Are you still there? Can you still hear me?
Yes, I am.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
fantastic. But the
Maybe my
stream is
presence
probably
holds
dead.
the stream.
Yeah, the stream is
Yes, it
probably
is.
dead. It's still going, but the
Maybe my
stream is
presence
probably
holds
dead.
the stream. Yep.
Oh, it's still going. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. That's fascinating. Oh, excellent. Okay. All right. So the stream is still going. We dropped the VPN, so hopefully the connection improves a little bit. Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting way better. Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, it is. It is. But
All right. So I had this post go out on both my LinkedIn as well as my Twitter. I mean, we got some interaction. No buys just yet.
you
But
share?
uh, but whatever.
Can you share
Like
screen?
this does target developers. Oh, you don't have the
Hello.
screen share going. Yeah. All right. Relax, relax,
Hello.
relax. I can
Hello.
hear you. All right. Okay. It
Of the
was there
viewers
on the
can hear me
stream.
too.
It's just okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I
okay.
can see. I was watching in the stream.
That's good. That's good. All right. Cool. So yeah, I posted it here. I posted on Twitter. I mean, it got some interaction. I don't think one post is going to be enough, so we probably need to post it multiple times, maybe post it to communities. I was going to post it to a subreddit. I didn't do that. Um, so what is this? Make any component. Oh, need to look into that. I don't know what that's about. Okay. All right. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. What's MCP got anything to do with Shad Sihan? Okay. I don't understand. Oh. More components, more design. Okay. Oh, adapting it to fit the style. Oh, oof. Absolute banger. Well, I need to look into that, don't I? Perhaps later.
Chat CDN.
Yeah. Shatsian should be okay. Shad CDN is the component library, right? The one we use
Yeah,
for
it is.
yeah. We use it for the components. I guess that's what a component library is. But But yeah, well, th that's a bit of a distraction right now. Anyway, the point is now, We need to post more. So let's fire up Notion. And I think if we come up with some sort of practices, for things we're going to do. Right now, there are a bunch of things that we couldn't probably change. Maybe we can change pricing. Maybe we can tweak the demo video a little bit, make it more interesting. There's probably a bunch of ideas for stuff that we can do
You
post
keep
launch.
getting
What?
disconnected for some reason.
Oh, do I? Oh, where I'm
Yes.
seeing the dropped frames go back up. That's not a good sign. That's unfortunate, actually. Let me see if no VPN is off. Why? Oh, oh, oh. Let's see if we're still going. Let's see if we're still going. All right, the stream is still up. That's good. All right, the stream is still up. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that again. I don't know why. It's so weird, man. Like the VPN would just auto connect on its own. It's so weird. Can you still hear me? Yo.
Yes, I
All
can
right.
hear you.
That's excellent. Speak. Speak if you may.
Hello, this is me
Yeah.
testing my beautiful voice.
Yeah. Can you test it one more time? Okay. All right. I just need to update your video because it's not showing at the moment. Okay. All right. Okay. Your video is still not showing. That's pretty weird. Hmm.
Should I
Ah,
refresh?
there we go. No, no, you're good. You're good. Okay. Um, all right, cool. So post to Reddit, repost on Twitter. There's also Twitter communities. So I think we should repost to Twitter communities as well. And then setting up a landing page. So these are probably things that we can do to kind of improve a little bit, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm thinking like these are probably some basic things we can get out of the way over the course of the coming week, and hopefully, and then of course, like tweak pricing. That's another thing that we can do. Um, yeah, yeah, probably all of those things. So let's do that. Let's do that and kind of see, how that goes. Um, and then we can, think about like uh, just leaving it to sort of marinate on its own. Um, Okay, now we had another idea that we were pretty excited about and we chatted about last time, which is this idea of doing auto SEO. Do you wanna walk the viewers through like the rough idea, or at least your understanding of the rough idea?
absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, I was just messing about. Anyway, so dear viewers, imagine you're starting a business or you're working on an existing business. You want to market it. One obvious way to market things is to use SEO, which is, the obvious thing you should do. People can reach you through SEO. But it's a tedious process. You have to Google stuff. You have to go through, multiple.
Amen.
Yeah,
Preach,
like
brother.
it's a very tedious process to understand your reach, to make yourself available in the best possible spot for people to reach you. Especially, so imagine you have this tool where you just plug in your service, whatever, and it does the magic for you. So provide, it will put you in the right spot where people can actually reach you and save you time, energy, cost, and obviously save you the best seat in the show.
Wow. Wow, that was artistic. That was
I know,
beautiful.
wasn't it?
What was
It was
I
like watching a movie.
indeed. And so I was looking at so there are actually a bunch of it's not like this idea is original. I think this already exists. Like there are a bunch of products that already do this. I'm trying to remember the ones that I. There's one called SEO Bot AI. There's another one called. It's that guy from Twitter. Forgot what he's called. Uh, what's his face? Uh, okay, there's Ideas podcast with I think it was Jesse something. Ideas AI AI ideas. Well, what's the guy's name? He's big. Oh, this guy. Greg Eisenberg. So Greg Eisenberg, and then so this guy, Startup Ideas podcast. He brings on this other guy. What's his name? A lot. He brings him up a bunch of times. This guy. Okay. So this guy, what's his name?
This episode is with Cody Schneider. So we gave away three.
Cody. Yeah, Cody. So Cody Schneider. He has a startup that is called. Oh, Alhamdulillah. Whew.
Good luck.
You know, so man, he has a startup that does this. Why doesn't he link to the start? That's pretty weird. Okay, let me read it first. Blah blah blah. Wait, I think it's called Swell AI. Yeah. Okay. Man, sometimes you just look at the guy's face and you know, there it is. Swell AI and Draft Horse. You just look at his face and you remember his startup's name. It's so weird. But if you're not staring at his face, you don't remember it. Anyway, so this idea exists. We don't need to pretend that it doesn't exist. But I think what's unique, and that you didn't allude to in your beautiful description of the problem statement, is the fact that oftentimes the people kind of trying to work on integrating this solution are developers. So if we can create a solution that is perfect for developers, that makes it easy for developers to integrate this into their own, whatever, like code base, then that could be a banger. Like a lot of these require that you use WordPress or, you use whatever like CRM to actually get the job done. But the problem with using WordPress or a CRM is that if you're custom building, if you've got like your own landing page, so if you're using whatever landing page you're using,
The
like
screen
Next.js.
is not being shared, yeah?
You what?
The screen is not being shared.
Oh, with you? It's being shared on
Yeah,
the
it's not.
stream, just not with you, right?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
I
Yeah.
know it's
Good
on the
point.
screen, like I can see it. And, yeah,
Yeah. I apologize for that.
that's fine.
All right. So GPT 3. What is this? Who would want to use GPT 3.5? Like you can do way better than GPT 3.5. Anyway, whatever. The point is like these are not great for developers. So these are great if you have like your own separate site, which you're managing using WordPress or something else. But if you're doing it yourself, then it's pretty difficult to do. I mean, this guy has Next.js. So I actually looked into this one in detail, and their Next.js integration is a repo. Next.js SEO bot. Yeah, this guy. They have a repo, a Next.js repo, which you can use to integrate with their solution, but kind of it requires using like their structure. There's no straightforward way. Like you would need to copy all of this page structure and then integrate it with your own. I mean, they don't have clear instructions. You'd have to kind of use their templates and then adapt it, like merge the rest of your own custom like Next.js thing into like their template. So there's no straightforward way to do that. Um, so anyway, see here. Uh, Click submit. Google, if you prefer not
Yeah,
to merge, okay, you have to submit it. Yeah.
but it's still you need to do a little bit of like this requires a little bit of this requires an IT guy with you, basically.
Yeah, it's the point is like if you're a developer and you're building a bunch of stuff, you want a really simple solution. But this is not the simple
But
solution. Uh,
but this is something like not only developers would be very like in need of it, like any entrepreneur, whatever. Like even if you're not a techie guy, you still need something like an easy plug and play solution,
Well, you need to be specific about who you're targeting. I kind of feel like,
niche.
okay, there are a
Okay,
bunch
okay,
of
got
there are a
it.
bunch of solutions that already target the general guy who might be using WordPress or might be using some other like solution that's easy to integrate with. Um, that exists, but you can't really do that if you're trying like you look at all the tools that we built, right? The ones that we
Yes.
built before, like the auto marketer or the what is it called? Podzilla, illustration generator, the Arabic OCR. Like these are Next.js websites, okay? And if we want to integrate this
Yeah.
strategy into like these tools, there's no obvious way to do it. The reason there's no obvious way to do it is um, the easy way to do it would be to create a subdomain and then have it point to some sort of WordPress instance and then use some of these tools like Arvow or whatever, like the SEO bot. But the problem is like Google penalizes you if you use a subdomain for your blog. So the SEO juice, the power that you're getting doesn't accrue to the main domain. So the correct way to do it would be to have it as a subfolder. So it's like ocrarabic.com/blog. Okay. And if you're going to integrate it that way with Next.js, it's pretty tricky because how are you going to do it, right? You have two separate repos. Like assume, you have this third-party provider. It could be Arvo, SEO bot, whatever, who wants to control a subfolder inside your existing repo. But how are you going to do that, right? How are you going to do that? There's no straightforward way. So that's the big question I think that we need to figure out is how can you make a solution that is dead simple to integrate with Next.js and only Next.js, right? Because we're targeting developers like ourselves who just want to get this out of the way. They want like an automated SEO solution, but without having to spend like a lot of time just integrating it with their existing tech stack, their existing repo, their existing landing page. And that's the beauty. That's what we're offering is a simple solution for developers. And I think like it's the same bet that the same bet that Stripe made early on, right? Which is focus on developers, and then that's going to reflect in a greater installed base over time because developers are the guys building the tools for other big companies. So if you become like the easiest developer solution, not to paint like a super grand vision for all of this, but I think if you no, it's the bank. Hey, just give me a sec.
Sure. I want to mute it.
Yeah, probably. Hello? السلام ورحمة الله. صباح النور. هلا أخوي. نعم. هلا أخوي. You have me. Hello. Greetings. Hello.
Hello,
Greetings. Hello. Can you hear me?
hello.
Yes. Are you able to hear me?
Your voice is gone.
Ah, I think I hear
Okay,
you.
now you're
Yeah.
back.
All right. Excellent. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Um, I don't even know what I was talking about. It's so weird. Anyway, so I think the point of all this is to say you can use AI to automate SEO efforts. And today,
I have
there
I
is
have a
no easy
question.
solution for developers. So if a developer wants to integrate some sort of automated SEO strategy into a project that they created, and whether it's for themselves or a client, there's no easy way to do that. There are a bunch of tools that exist that integrate with WordPress or integrate with, other structures to automate like content generation, linking, all of that stuff. But there's no easy solution for developers to integrate, with any of these products, and
I
that's
think
where we fit in. Like we can focus on a specific use case, which is Next.js developers, and they represent like a big chunk of developers out there. Um, so Next.js developers that want to integrate with an automated SEO tool can use Auto SEO. That's where we fit in. We just automate the whole thing. Like it's literally just a few line changes inside your Next.js config, and boom, you've got yourself an automated blog, which integrates with an SEO provider, searches for keywords relevant to your industry, finds low competition keywords, creates article titles, you approve the titles, and then automatically generates the whole thing for you. And it does all of that juicy interlinking between all of the different posts. It also generates images, it generates like really rich content, and it generates custom components as well, which would be crazy. Anyway, the point is like it would just create really high quality posts, and it's, literally just a click. So I think
I
that would be an amazing, opportunity to sell. And, who would be the potential target customer? Maybe it's like a startup developers, maybe. Although, that's a pretty bad segment to target because they'll probably want to roll their own solution. But maybe that's a good option initially. It could also be like existing brands or existing websites. But then, realistically, they're probably already using WordPress. Right. So who are we
I
going to
think
target in the market? Like who would be the perfect target customer for
I would
this? I think
I
that's an
would
open
say
question.
for us to
Maybe something we can ask GPT. Like, can probably get some help from GPT and figure it out.
hello, test. Can you hear me? Hello,
Yeah, can you hear me?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you just fine. I was
Okay.
uh
So
I was just gonna
recording.
you what?
I think for us to be able to understand the integration, how the integration can happen, I think we need to like decide on what SEO, uh, like what is to be done in SEO. Is it a blog post? Like what? Like we should list like everything that's to be done for us to maybe come up with a what do you call it? The integration mechanism. Maybe we could come up with a creative way to integrate instead of the existing methods that currently exist. You know what I'm saying?
So um you're saying like understand what the SEO best principles are before we start building the
Yes,
tool?
exactly. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, it seems logical. I mean, I think it's like the basic stuff that we took in the course, right? The course by Danny Postma.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, what's he doing, right? He's just creating find sort of opportunities. It's the stuff we used to do basic manually, right? What were we doing? Like you would just search for keywords, find like potential keywords, and then find the low competition keywords, come up with some sort of content strategy. So what are you going to do? Are you going to do like long tail keywords? Are you going to do like grouped keywords by location, by, the target customer, by vertical? And then, that's what you use to generate all of those pages. I mean, it's we probably have like enough background and then for stuff that we're unclear on, we may be able to refer back to like the course or look at some of the other tools, the existing tools, to see like how they implement it. But I think like that's probably going to be low risk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was looking at this yesterday. I was thinking about like, okay, well, what would the points be? Like, what would you need to do, if you wanted to like get this sort of thing going? You need to generate hero images, and I actually ran a test. I ran a quick test. So um, I basically gave GPT-4o uh, a prompt, which is hero photograph for a blog post titled, whatever, like the title, and then can you generate a hero image based on just the title? And this is what it came up with. What do you think?
It's pretty good.
I think it looks sick. I think it looks amazing.
Yeah,
What more would you want?
I like
So
I like it. It incorporated the theme, the cultural aspect of Bahrain,
yeah, that's why like I put location,
brownish,
and then it
palm.
generates an image that fits that location. So that would be like you just prompt like when you're setting up a site for a person or for a company, you just ask for a location, you ask for the industry, you generate a bunch of titles. And then whenever you need to generate assets for, these posts, you would have like a big hero image, which you would use GPT-4o to generate. And then you just give it the title, you give it some basic information. So like the location, that's it. Like, it can generate amazing hero images that you can just integrate directly into the post. And you do the same for all of the other pieces. So that's what I was kind of messing with. I'm like, all right, hero image, probably going to be a bit of a risk. Maybe it doesn't work so well, but I was able to generate hero images pretty easily. Find related keywords, search volume competition. There are actually APIs like Surfer SEO, which we can use to retrieve keywords, search volume competition. Then we generate titles, which the user has to manually approve. Generate the body using .mdx. I've done this before, so I know it's possible. Interlink to other related posts. So whenever you create a new post, Google likes it when you connect to existing content that you have. And so you just feed it into the GPT. You tell it, hey, listen, I've already got these other posts that already exist. So if you want to link to any of them, just do that. So it would just, when it's generating the post, it links to existing posts. Add a table of contents, intersperse some CTAs. We already do this. Add images inside the post to make it interesting and look less generated. You can even have custom components like galleries, a photo box, some basic interactive elements. I mean, I think that would be sick. Translate to other languages, super easy, like with GPT. And then the big question is also like, how do you do this with Next.js? I mean, this part I didn't get to. I kind of started with, but I didn't actually get to. But if you had an existing Next.js repo and you wanted to add this solution, how would you do it? Big question, right? How would you do it? Like, what's the integration? Assuming like we give you a URL, um, so we create a simple dashboard where you can approve the topics, and then it generates the posts. And now you have to map, your domain.com/blog, and then slash anything onto our URL, right? Our url.com/customer/your domain.com/ blah blah blah. That's basically what we need to do, right? You get what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
So we
So I'm
basically
thinking about.
you're thinking about what?
So what if it's so I'm trying to. So what if it's like an extension again?
An extension?
So you,
Say
yeah,
more. I don't understand how it could be an extension.
like Pinterest.
Pinterest?
Um, like so you have you highlight uh, the details whatever you click on, like I'm just thinking about it out loud. You highlight the details of your, like the website or whatever, then you click on an extension. It will fire up a new page. That page, it would have like a structure, like a table of contents. It will have a sitemap. It will have all that juicy stuff,
Hmm.
and it will generate like a page where you get, it's like a dashboard for the keywords to, like it highlights the keywords and all that, and then another page that lists the blog posts and right from the extension, and then you copy and paste it.
You copy and paste it into your Next.js repo?
Yes, not necessarily. Yes, yes. Basically, it would be like Markdown, whatever, and then you just download it to your repo.
Yeah, but okay, so that won't work with custom components because then you would need to install the custom components somehow. But even beyond that, like
But
if we,
mm,
so whenever you want a new post, you're basically copy pasting the post into your existing repo. And also, if you need to update links, like if you have existing posts that you want to link to the new post, you would have to go back and update all of those posts so that they link into the new post, right?
yeah,
So it basically has zero awareness of your existing repo. It's just generating the text. I mean, it's basically like GPT. I guess at that point, you might as well just generate it in GPT and copy paste it, right? What do you need our tool for? I mean, the assets themselves, like if you generate images, you need to copy paste them into the right folder. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
so what I was thinking is like maybe you're not as familiar with Next.js, but I was thinking like Next.js has this config thing. So you can have your repo, right? Your repo has your page, blah blah blah. Okay, typical like Next.js repo. And then, you kind of set it up with your own landing page. Next.js has this thing called rewrites. And rewrites basically means that whenever you hit a certain directory on your page, then you can map it to a different URL. So you can imagine this being like autoseo.com slash customerdomain.com/blog. And then so whenever it hits this like if you go to localhost 3000/blog, it renders this destination, but you still see /blog in your URL. You know what I'm saying? It's basically like a reverse proxy. It's called a rewrite, Next.js rewrites. And this is actually, I mean, this is something that you can accomplish using like an Nginx reverse proxy. Um, but the basic idea is like you can have any domain. So this could be like ocrarabic.com/blog. And then when you access /blog, it actually loads up autoseo.com/ocrarabic/blog. And this is a separate application. Like this is something managed by us. So we could basically tell a customer, hey, thanks for signing up to Auto SEO. You can, use our dashboard to select which topics you want to generate. And now to integrate it with your existing repo, all you need to do is paste this. Just paste this into your nextjs.config and you're done. That's it. You're done. Like now, whenever someone goes to your domain/blog slash any post, it's going to render autoseo.com/OCR Arabic /blog/any post. And here we have the content, we have, the assets, we have everything set up so that it renders properly on your blog. So you did nothing.
That's
All you did was
yeah,
paste a few lines and you're done.
that's very smart. Yeah, 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 yeah. So it's like you're actually supplying a URL, an external URL, but you're adding it to your own code. So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
means,
let's try it out.
yeah,
So
the
we're going to try
engine.
it out now. Let's say if he goes to blog, we're going to put google.com. Okay? We're going to redirect to google.com. And then we can just comment that out. We don't need that. So let's just run this. Okay, that's running. So now you go to localhost, it just runs your typical sort of Next.js. This is your root domain, right? It just runs your typical sort of Next.js app and, it renders the default page. But now if you go /blog, oh, why is it going to auto SEO? Did I save this? Oh, I didn't save it. All right. So now we go localhost/blog. Oh, it takes you to autoseo.com. I don't know what that is, man. What is this? Okay, maybe I need to restart
Probably
this.
your local host is connecting to an IP.
NPM run. Let me just run it again. So now we'll go localhost/blog. What? What is going on, yo? rmrf.next. That's weird. So I was messing with this yesterday. I didn't actually test it. That's what I wanted to know. So if you go to /blog, it should take you to Google. What? Come on. Why is it going to auto SEO? Where is this auto SEO? What is this? Auto SEO? Where do we have auto SEO defined? We don't have it anywhere. That's weird, man. Wait, did this even save? I don't know why it's doing that. That's pretty weird. Maybe it's I don't even know what it could be. That's so weird. I guess we'll just clean local storage. I don't know if that would have anything to do with it. Or open it with Safari. Let's use a different browser. Okay, see? It went to Google. But the reason it
What's
redirected to
wrong?
Google is because this was a redirect. Google doesn't allow you to load Google inside of a browser, so that's why it kind of opened up
Okay.
in Google. But if you change it, so for example, like instead of Google, let's do my blog, yas.in. Let's just say this is my website, right? So when you load /blog, you want it to load up my website, which doesn't have, that redirect thing set up. Man, I think it's using like is there like a code? It's doing a permanent redirect. That's what's going on. That's why it's caching it. Next.js, rewrite, code. There's like a code 301. Oh, right. Okay, it's an example site. Hmm. Oh, okay. All right. Rewrites. So it's not a redirect. It's a rewrite. As a URL proxy and max the destination path. Okay, making it appear as though the user hasn't changed their location on the site. In contrast, redirects will reroute to a new page and show the URL changes. You want rewrites. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Rewrites are applied to client-side routing, and we'll have the rewrite applied in the link above. Rewrites is an async function that expects to return base path, locale, miss, blah, blah, blah. Okay, okay. So it doesn't have a code, but apparently it sticks. So when you do like a rewrite, it doesn't rewrite parameters. It kind of sticks. So maybe you have to, so you can't do code. I don't know what the base path does, actually. Restarting the
Okay,
server.
so I'm thinking about something.
Yeah.
In this case, if we do generate the blogs and all that stuff
Hmm.
uh, through our tool, and then the guy just, redirects um, to his domain in our tool, that means, um, so how would you still preserve the general template of the original site? Like it would still look like the guys jumped from different sites.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Um,
Um, so what I'm thinking,
okay.
just a thought.
Yeah.
I don't know why my brain keeps going back to the extension. So the page, the user would load the page and decides where the blog post would be. So in from our end, every content generated by the user by his account would be reserved. So that way we know what's being published, what's not being published. No, no, hold on. I'm trying to think about. So the original idea is this. It's very simple. Like you access your website, wherever, sorry, not a website, you're developing, and then you
Hmm.
have this extension in your whatever IDE or no, but then you'll have to know what kind of IDE, what IDE the user is using. So it will not.
Yeah, I mean,
So
if you're gonna persist changes to their site, you can't use a Chrome extension. Chrome extension is good for local
yes,
stuff, because you can't persist any changes. You need to make changes to the repo.
the
So the
only,
question is only
yeah,
like,
the
how
only,
many changes to the repo are you going to do? Like, maybe you make them install a package, and then the package automatically updates, or, dynamically pulls in like all of the posts, and then, automatically, updates the blog section of their repo. I don't know, like this seems like the easiest way that I can think of if we can get it working. Um, then you just make a simple change to your next config and you're done. Because from now on,
this is a good idea.
you don't do anything on your repo. Your repo, no changes on your repo. All you need to do is, navigate to our site
Plug,
and then,
yeah.
approve posts. They automatically get generated. Whenever someone accesses your site, it checks with our site, and then, it's just beautiful. It's just simple and elegant. But it only works on Next.js. And then if you want to do this with other sites, you would probably have to set up, because Next.js has this rewrites thing. But, I don't know, like I'm not actually familiar with a lot of the other platforms, so I don't know if they have it. maybe like Nuxt has it or Vue or something like that. But yeah, like maybe you can do this with other ones as well. Um, but the idea is like you would have, so here we would have the customer's repo, which is this one, where they just have to make this change. And then you have our repo. And I haven't really thought about this, like, how things would look like from our repo. But from our side, maybe we would have like inside the app, we would have like, so Next.js allows you to do like customer, so something like this, and then here you would have page.tsx, and you can actually access, the customer slug. So that way you can figure out which customer uh, this is. So you can figure out like which customer is accessing your site. So we can do, for example, customer page, and then, all right, so here we can just read use params. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then customer. Okay, so th this is a good one. Maybe we can test this. So basically, we're gonna read the customer and then render their name on the page. So if we run this, so asset prefix. Okay, I don't know what that is. Let's run this on port 3001. Okay, and then we go back to this guy and we say, all right, we want you to log to go to localhost 3001 slash customer A. Something like that. Okay, let's try, or let's just say ocrarabic.com. That's one of our other sites. So whenever someone accesses slash blog on my website, I want it to load.
Should open OCR.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to load that other site and pass in OCR Arabic. Man, my computer is just jamming like crazy. I don't know if the stream is getting affected. Let's hope it's all right. So let's hit localhost 3000. This will display my application, which should just be like my regular page. Let's just make sure that's the case. Okay, compiled. Very nice. Now, when I access slash blog on the same application, let's see what we get. Oh man, stop doing that, yo. All
Why
right.
does it
Why is it?
do
It
that?
just remembers that it was Google. This is so weird. Um, which
Maybe
I guess
you
is,
should just restart.
yeah, yeah. I'll start in incognito. Maybe that would help. How do I how do I quit this? Okay. I'll just start an incognito tab and then hit localhost 3000 slash blog. Let's see. Oh, internal server error. Okay, that's good. I mean, that's at least it's not Google. So what's the error here? Oh, this didn't
Proxy.
start? Oh, port 3000. Okay, is that the problem? Oh, it didn't load. That's why. Let's see if it automatically picks up port 3001. Ah, okay, yeah. Okay, nice. Restart, refresh. Here goes nothing. Use params. You're importing a component. This should be client. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Use client. Yeah, yeah. No problem. Let's go back. Looks pretty fancy. I haven't seen this. I think this is the latest Next.js. Like they're getting fancy with how they display the errors. Okay, can you just display the page, please? Bro, come on. This only works in a client component. To fix this, mark use client. Okay, that's what I did. That's what I did. Oh, I put this in next config. Oh, my bad. All right, use client. Let's try it again. Let's go again. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Here goes nothing. Let's go. Let's go. Compiled in 9 seconds. I mean, it took. Whoa. Okay. All right. This is what I meant, man. Bro,
It
customer
worked.
page OCR Arabic. So what you can do is theoretically, so now you can have any blog post. So you can have, so this is my repo. And when anyone hits my blog page, it loads up like this customer page. And so here I can have like custom, like I can have like a custom design if I want. Um, and then
It
have
could
the
even
user sort
generate.
of decide what styles they want to use for their site.
Yeah, it could. They could upload like a style of their current website, and it will match their design.
Or maybe we could access their website, take a screenshot, pass it to GPT, have it come up with like this the
Yeah,
CSS, and then it would just automatically try and match the color scheme at least for their current website. Maybe the color scheme and the fonts. It should be okay. And sometimes, like even if it doesn't match, maybe it's okay, right? I mean, the fact that you can like most blogs look different from the rest of the site because they're different at the end of the day. As long as
yeah.
you
I
have like a
mean,
color scheme that matches, that's sufficient.
yes. What matters also is like the content. I would say content is very important too, because I don't think we are at that stage where you just post stuff,
What do you mean post stuff?
give the user options. Well, in the MVP, we don't have to give the user an option. We just decide based on his a screenshot of the website what kind of theme that works. Um, and then later on, it could be an added feature where they can actually decide what the style would look like.
You add your logo, you add like your
Yeah,
color scheme, button style. Yeah, I mean, you can go crazy with the stuff. At the end of the day, like you can have different custom, like you can have a default style, which you set inside like a layout, and then you can have customer specific styles, which you set up. And we can do this manually. Like initially, we can do this manually so we can
logo.
sort of
Yeah,
set it up for the user. And then, I mean, if he's
yeah.
paying us like $50 a month or $100 a month, like, okay, we'll do that one time setup. It's okay. And then once we have a good feeling for what people are looking for, then we can try and see how we can automate it. Because bro, this is exactly what I was hoping. So let's see if we can fix stuff. Are there any issues here in the content? Okay, so we have a bunch of failures here, which says access to font is not working. So it's blocked by course because you have, no origin. This is basically the problem that I was facing earlier. So if we look at history, I was actually asking it like how we could do this, and it said so you need to configure the other domain to use absolute URLs for all assets. You can accomplish this by adding an asset prefix. Okay. All right. So in the host, we can add an asset prefix, which we have done here. Okay. So that kind of tells us, all right. So it's using the correct URL. So it's loading it from localhost 3001 instead of localhost 3000. But it's saying no course, no access control allow origin header is present. Um, so I guess that's the second problem. Ah, okay. So it's saying you need to add course header on yaz.in to allow. Okay, but how do you do that? Next.js add course header. How do you do that? Okay. Oh, okay. Wait. Cross origin in next.config. Okay, that's it. Use credentials. Okay. I don't know if that's
But cross origin is
okay. Invalid keyword. Okay. I'm not really sure what this has anything to do with. Okay, so use credentials, include user credential. Okay, I don't think this fixes it. So Next.js, course, allow all. That's what we want. Like you just want to allow everything. Um, how to enable course in Next.js 13 route handlers. Okay. Um, next config. Oh, okay. There's a config thing? Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Very nice. This is perfect, yo. I mean, it's exactly what we're looking for. Added an example to the docs. Bro, okay. All right. All right. This is in the response. Okay. No, that's not what we want. We don't want this. We want it to apply to all. Middleware did not work for me. Okay. Next.js. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. This is a good one. Headers. Okay. Only seems to work with get methods. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Like I don't mind, get methods. I guess so we just add this, right? We just add that. That should be it. Like so we go to the main repo host and then we say headers, headers. There we go. And then we just paste it. Or not really. Like maybe you paste this bit. Okay, now we're in business. Is this async? Does it need to be async? All right, we just go, path anything, matching all. Okay, all right, okay. Course on Vercel, blah, 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 allow course. Okay. Oh, okay, all right. In a Next.js app, you just go all API routes. Okay, all right, okay. This is good. This is good. This is basically what we need, right? These headers matching that path. So that should be good. We just need to return the headers, right? Okay, all right. We're in business, yo. It should be good. So basically matching any path, we should just allow course headers. Let's give it a good refresh, see what happens. Let's see if we still get that course header error. Oh, oh dear.
It's gone.
I don't see any errors, do you? Oh man. Okay, so if we do like H1, okay. Is this using Tailwind? Do we have Tailwind? No, we don't have Tailwind. Are we using? No, it is using Tailwind. Okay, so if we do class name is text 4x. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. It's working. Bro, we can do styling, text red 400. Oh, yeah. Okay. We can add like a
Then it's good to
custom
go.
layout. So we can do, okay. All right, there, all right. It's centered. We can do a custom layout. And oh my, this is amazing, yo. So you can do custom pages, you can do custom layout, no bugs. I think we got a proof of concept here. And then you got to add like a canonical URL for SEO purposes. All right, so now when you look at canonical, it's not even including a canonical URL. So what you want to do is you want to add, just for SEO purposes, you want to add that canonical URL. So let's see how we can do that for this page. Uh, include a canonical. Okay, so customer domain. All right. Yeah. Okay, we can do that. Okay, so let's see if we can add a header. I think this is pretty easy to do with Next.js. Like it's not going to be complicated. Read next config. So here we would need to do some sort of lookup based on the customer, and then just set the customer domain and include that in the head. Okay, all right. So now when you refresh and you check canonical, are we going to see it? No, I'm not seeing it. Did we save? Okay, that didn't work. Okay, what is it doing? So canonical. I don't know what it's doing. It's just modifying a bunch of files. Oh man, is this, which model is this? I'm willing to bet this is Sonnet. Yeah, Sonnet. It's just messing around. I mean, it can't just make a change, you know, it needs to make like five other changes. Okay, canonical. Bro, what are you doing? Why is this complicated? Use state, use dynamic canonical. What? What? What is this crap? Whoa. While you maintain centralized control of the con. Okay, yeah. But it's not even working though. I don't see where the canonical is defined. It's not even defined. It's defined dynamically, which is useless. Bro, reject. Let's just switch to Gemini Pro. And you basically just want to add a header. This is a client page, so that's why it doesn't work. Maybe we need to have like a split this out into page.client.tsx and then page.tsx. So move the client stuff to page.client and then move the server stuff to page.server. I think so. This is going to be no params. All right, so we actually need to read. Oh, okay. Next.js, read slug server side. There's got to be a way to do this, right? In the app router, params of, okay, all right. That's how it's done. You just get params directly from there. So you can do params customer string, and then that's it. You got the customer domain. All right. So you don't even need to do it client side. I mean, you can do it client side if you want, but you actually don't need to. So we can just ditch client side. Okay, so let's see if this works, actually. Let's see if this works. Oh, is there a problem?
Error.
Should be awaited before using its properties. Okay. Um, okay.
So that's like an async.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, the issue is blah, blah, blah. You need to mark the page as async. Okay. I'll apply this change. Okay. Oh, you need to make it async. Yeah, it's exactly that. Okay. Why is it getting ocrarabic.com? That's pretty weird. Should be awaited before using its properties. Okay. So you just do params and then what? How do you await the params? That doesn't make any sense. No, this doesn't make any sense. So I think you just need to reference Next.js and then maybe web. Let's see. if it can figure it out. Though I don't have live access to it. Okay. Maybe just access the website. Huh. I don't see how that fixes anything. Okay, let's do this. Have been made asynchronous. You can learn more about them. Direct access. For example, the following code will issue a warning. Okay. And the issue access to these properties is still possible directly, but will warn. In future versions, these will be async and direct access will not work. Possible ways to fix it. How do you fix it? You make it async. Await param. Okay, all right, okay. So you do params here, and then you have to await params and make that async. Okay, so let's refresh. Bro, it's working. So can we see canonical?
Oh,
Ah,
yeah.
okay. That, but is that it? No, like, okay, this is not a header. You want to see meta, um, well, you want to see name equals canonical. No, that's not showing up. How do we add? I think you need to export metadata canonical. I think that's how you do it. Or actually, there's a function since this is going to be async. Export async meta. Ah, right. Okay. I think this is how it's done. This is how it's done. Okay, all right. I think this is how it's done. Let's see. So we're gonna ditch that. We don't need head anymore. I think this is the right way to do it. Let's see if it throws any errors. No errors. And then if we search name equals canonical. No. Meta. What are we seeing? Next size adjust. Okay. Viewport. No, it's still not showing up, yo. I mean, this canonical thing. Why is it not working? Why is this canonical header not showing in the page Next.js 15? Is this Next 15? Man, it's all this because we're using like the latest version. Oh, man. The issue is how you've structured the metadata object. Canonical needs to be nested inside alternates. Okay, all right. I mean, that's an easy fix. That's an easy fix. We can manage that. Please show me can. Oh, yo. There it is. There it is. Oh, man. Bro, this is it. This is a proof of concept right here. This is a proof of concept.
That's MVP number one.
That's it. That's it. We're good. We've proven that you can embed a page and have it load from a centralized repository and look like it's part of your repo.
It's part
Bro,
of your
this is
website.
freaking huge. It looks like it's part of your website. And all you needed to do to your original website was simply add
And
these lines. Oh my God. Okay, let's do the next phase. I mean, I don't think this is going to be a problem, but if you're trying to be thorough, then maybe what you want to do is you want to say ocrarabic.com/path. So anything, so even subpaths should work. So if we're trying to do that, then we need to create like a new folder inside this, which is called post. And then inside here, you can basically have anything you want. And then here you can say, all right, so the page already does all of this. Maybe we can just do, well, actually, the layout could. could take care of the canonical thing. Um, no, you probably want to do that on the post. So we just copy the same thing. Let's just copy paste the same thing. We're gonna say, so here we're gonna like the params are not gonna be just customer, it's gonna be customer, and then it's gonna be post, right? Let's see.
Let's try to create a page and see.
Post customer, okay. And then we're gonna have post here as well, and that's gonna have post. Okay. So now when we go to blog/post A, we get an internal server error. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. No problem. No problem. Why did it crash? Let's see. Let's see.
I
500
think there is a
internal server.
spelling, not a spelling mistake. Hold on, no.
Invalid segment. Catch-all segment must be last segment. Oh, is that because it's a catch-all? Oh, you can't have two catch-alls inside? Oh. Oh, Next.js routing catch-all. What's that about? Dynamic routes. Okay, I think I'm. So you have catch-all. Okay. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Maybe you don't want catch-all. Like what you want is, yeah, you want dynamic routes. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So, okay, yeah, so this should be customer. That's not catch-all. Because if it's catch-all, then it's going to give you an array back. But what you want is, you don't want the array. So customer is no longer going to be a string array. It's just going to be, it's
Object,
just going to be that.
string.
And then post, yeah, post can be an array. Um, yeah, okay. All right, let's see. Okay, we need to rerun this. I don't know if we need to modify the original one too. Let's see. Let's see. Does this work? Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh
post
no.
A.
It's working. It's working, mate. I mean, you got everything you
Magic.
need. This is fully de-risked at this point. Like technically, bro, it's beautiful. And then let's check
So now
canonical.
it's,
Canonical. Let's see,
yeah,
canonical. There it is. Yo.
good.
All right. It looks like it's on your site.
Right.
Though see our Arabic is twice. But whatever. Okay. All right, man.
But who
Okay.
will be checking your source, man? Nobody will.
No, but it's even like Google will think, okay, the canonical post is the customer's post. So it doesn't matter that this is hosted on, localhost 3. No, it's going to be like it's going to see a bunch of references to this other domain, which is our domain, but it doesn't
Yeah,
matter because as
yeah.
long as you set canonical to the guy's website, like that's
It's
it.
theirs. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's
It's
theirs.
theirs.
They're going to
That's
get the
theirs.
SEO juice for it.
It's like cross posting.
Bro, that's not, I mean, so basically. You can, you know what the beautiful thing is? Like, you can actually have, so say a customer wants a completely custom design, right? And with Next.js, what we could do
You
is
can.
we could say, all right, so you got this customer thing going on, which applies to all customers. Well, let's say you get a customer that just wants a completely custom thing, right? We just create a folder for pickycustomer.com. And now you can create any layout you want. So you can create their own custom layout and just put it inside here. So now if it's picky customer, it
Just
renders
create
this layout.
a
If
blue
it's other
background.
customers, it goes
Yeah,
straight here.
yeah.
Bro, okay. All right. I think we're in business. I think we're in business. Like we just proven it's possible. Um, I guess the only thing left is let me take a look at the notes. This,
We should
yeah,
generate
this is
like
pretty straightforward. Like this is
a
gonna
font.
be super straightforward. Um, Bro, it should just work on the UI. Like next, before implementing anything. Maybe just figure out what the front end is going to look like for customers and figure out like what the smallest thing we can ship is going to be. And then we just ship it. We just ship it. I mean, this is going to be tricky because I'm sure we got like a bunch of ideas for things that we can do, but what's the
So
smallest
it's
thing that we can ship?
I think it's about deciding what SEO tools the user might need first, the most critical ones.
What SEO tools they might need first?
Yeah, like
I
okay, is
mean,
that the
we're kind
blog
of betting
post?
that, okay, they want to be able to not have to think about SEO. Like it's SEO on autopilot and they don't have to do anything.
Yeah. So it is okay. So we have a bunch of things that we like. One of which is deciding on the keywords, and where they stand in the when they currently exist among the noise. I mean, I'm thinking href, and then after which is once you generate the content and all that, it will generate blog posts.
Yeah. Blog posts, generate blog posts. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be blog posts. Um, Keywords, yeah. I think so. Basically, we would have a bunch of information that we need to collect from the customer, and maybe we can pre-populate it based on their domain. So literally, like they provide us with a domain. They say, all right, this is my domain, customer.com. We crawl their website, feed it to GPT and like all of the content, and then tell it, hey, I need this information. This is the information that I need. Maybe it's keywords, maybe it's industry, maybe it's location, and try to pre-fill like all of these fields based on the content of this guy's site. The problem: modern developers love building fast, beautiful apps, but when it comes to SEO, they either ignore it completely, waste hours writing content manually, or try to bolt on clunky tools. There's a deep disconnect between product building and traffic building, and it's costing them growth. Imagine shipping a feature or launching a new product and automatically getting relevant blog posts published, internally linked, image rich, and SEO optimized without lifting a finger. Okay, count me in. Where do I put my credit
Take my
card?
money.
It's not about SEO best practices, it's about giving developers actual growth leverage with zero mental load. Oh man,
Oh,
these guys don't have
that's
cash, yo.
good,
That's the
man.
problem. Oh man. Technical marketers at early stage startups. Okay, this is getting better. Looking for scalable content engines, want control without
Like even
reinvent.
existing, even existing businesses, like I feel like it's very useful to them, given they want to focus completely on entirely on making more money instead of
Yeah, but
spending
existing
on
businesses
product
are already
development.
served by all of these other tools, like all of these SEO,
Mm,
automatic generation, blah blah.
that's true. They
So
want
we would be
entry.
competing based on, okay, do we do a better job or do we maybe do it for you so you don't have to do it? Um, yeah, like you would basically be like an agency at that point. Um, but if our big selling point is going to be, all right, you have a Next.js repo and you can just bolt on marketing, uh, that would be fire. I think like the potential customer would probably be like, there's this Code Fast guy, the French guy with the mustache, Mark Lou. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he sells a course, learn to code in weeks, not months, blah blah blah. Okay, and like his customers would be perfect for this. I mean, basically, we're just saying, all right, you know what? You learn to code, you set up your site. Next step. You got to start doing marketing, baby. That's where we fit in. Ship fast. Okay, ship fast. That's his thing. Okay. Maybe. I mean, I kind of see like an opportunity there. Just complementing existing tools focused on developers. Bro, this I feel like this would be fire on Twitter. If we can set up a really sweet short ass demo, just something that really captures, hey, wouldn't it be phenomenal if you could just bolt on SEO with just a few lines? And it's not even like the reason you're doing SEO is not because SEO, yeah. What you actually sell is growth. What you're
Google.
actually selling is growth. You're not selling SEO. Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is huge. Like, ignore it completely. That's what most people do. They just ignore it completely. Um,
That's very true. Yeah.
what if you get growth on tap? Like, you don't have to do anything. Bolt-on clunky tools not designed for modern frameworks, like WordPress plugins. Okay. Like this would be huge, but the problem is like the ICP is not known to pay. Like solo devs, are they gonna pay? Are they gonna pay?
Yeah,
Are they gonna pay?
I
That's
think
the
so.
question. I don't know. Maybe you make it by article. Maybe you pay by article. You buy credits. You buy credits and you pay by article. Maybe that's how you make money.
Well, it's
Or
not.
you do a subscription.
Yeah, I think it's better to have it. Right.
Bro,
How do you say
actually, I
it?
just thought of this. We already know that this could work. What if we just do the video, set up a landing page, and post it?
Like waiting list.
Yes. Yes. And we do the demo. We actually do the demo video. And maybe we can figure out like how to set up the demo video could be like a skeleton landing page or something that just shows the UI, the potential UI. You enter your domain, we pre-populate, and then boom, that's it. 2 lines of code, and you've added the blog, and that's it. We don't actually implement the thing. Maybe we generate a few posts manually, just so that the user can see like how it would work, but we don't actually code up the whole thing.
So it can be like just pages generated and connected with Href.
Yeah,
Like generate meaningful content and then
bro, it could be
eject.
hard coded, like for all I care. It doesn't actually
Exactly.
matter.
Yeah.
And then if you get customers, um, then at that point,
They
you
will
got a
join.
banger on your hands, and then you can just quickly sort of put everything together. And in the meanwhile, the first few customers you get, you just do it manually. Like you already know that this process works, you know how you're going to do it. So just do it manually. You're basically like an agency, and then you automate it. I don't like the ICP, man. Like solo developers are not going to pay for this. They're not going to pay big bucks.
Yeah.
How do we lean this more towards like bigger clients with deeper pockets not paying? We need to shift the ICP towards businesses where SEO is critical to growth, but where there's still enough technical savvy. Areas are repositioned. Growth stage startups and content-reliant SaaS companies using modern stacks. Have an internal dev team, maybe a growth marketing hire, but not a full SEO content team. One SEO leverage without bloating headcount. We'll pay 500 to 2K a month if it brings traffic growth and saves hiring a content team. Bro, that's it. We know SEO works. We just can't scale it without hiring writers and SEOs. What's an SEO? Search engine optimizer. We're burning time. We tried ChatGPT, but it's disconnected, thin, doesn't drive traffic. We don't want to build an internal SEO machine from scratch. We need leverage. Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about, yo. one config file, and you've got a content engine that writes keyword researched, internally linked, image-rich posts directly into your site. Bro, okay. All right, all right, all right. I like it.
Now we're talking money.
Now these guys, 500 to 2K, that's nothing, but it solves a problem for them. So, they're willing to drop this sort of money if it means, they get the job done. So, bro, and then, you can sell them on beautiful, like customized layout. I don't know how people do this, man. Like, I know Mintlify, these guys do documentation. That's, sort of customizable, highly customizable, right? Minimal by design, highly customizable. I don't know how they do the customization, actually. Um, oh, they have a web editor. Okay. All right, all right. Okay, so you write Markdown and then they render it using like custom style. I don't know how they do the design actually. All right, okay, okay. But I'm sure it's figure outable. You know what I'm saying? Figure outable. It's something we can figure out. We
I
can figure
think
it
I
out.
think the core, the key here to the solution is what you came up with, the ability to actually hide the domain that's basically somewhere, um, and then expose it in your own domain without having to be like to bang your head on the wall why this doesn't work. You just plug the bloody thing and then
Bro,
you're good to
think
go.
startup teams that have just raised some funding. They know they need to do
Yeah.
content. They don't want to do the content themselves. They don't want to hire people to do the content. Maybe they have one marketing guy who's kind of handling everything and already stretched super thin. They've got money, but they don't have time. There's the match made in heaven because we swoop right in and we say, hey, listen up. We know you have a custom site. Man, we can use, that thing built with Next.js. Websites using Next.js. Oh, .io. They can even you can even target .io. That's crazy. All right, Next.js. Bro, look at all these sites with Next.js. Don't you think they would benefit from like automated marketing thing integrated directly into their bro? That would be nuts. That would be nuts. 1,956 current Next.js customers. Oh man. And affiliates, like we couldn't integrate with affiliates so that, we pay people a portion of the subscription revenue if they bring us customers. And the integration would
Hmm.
just be so simple for them that it would be it would be an obvious choice. Like we just go to agencies that use Next.js where they develop with Next.js. And we just tell them, hey, listen up, you want to add blogs for your customers so they don't have to think about it themselves. We'll give you like a cut. 30% of all the revenue we get, we send to you. No brainer.
But even
Hello.
with even like but I just hope like when we hit the the website that's using Node.js, it doesn't hit the marketing guy because he knows his job is about to be, gone. Oh my
Or,
God.
or he's about to become the favorite employee at the company because, suddenly he's able to
He
do
will
a
use
lot
it too.
more. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, man.
exactly.
Man, this could be huge. This could be huge. I think this is like massive opportunity. I think we're barely scratching the surface.
I think we just need to like create an interactive uh, proof of concept
I mean,
and
there's
just
so many
have it.
sites. Like I just saw these guys raised, I don't know, 10 million or something. What do they use? Did they use Next.js? Did they use Next.js? What are they using? Oh, it's just hard coded, hand coded. Oh, beautiful.
Imagine like you can hit incubators, you can reach out like to startups and incubators, um, startups raising funds. Um, like you've got multiple sources where you can actually provide the tool to, like expose,
Hmm.
like you've got many communities made for startups. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So The effort would be more on hitting those communities and then, getting exposure to the startups that we can broadcast the service to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then as a backup plan, like assuming things don't work, then basically we can take the core of what we came up with, which is like this SEO thing, and then you sell the service to the users. Like you just say, all right, we'll do the SEO for you, regardless of what your tech stack is, and then you just pay us a monthly fee. It's kind of like, every other tool out there doing SEO. So all of these, like if you look at Journalist AI, I think they do this as well. Like solutions, you can see under pricing. Okay, so human plus AI SEO service. So basically they tell you, all right, we'll do everything for you, and you just pay
With
us,
the rate of
a high monthly
2,000 a
fee.
month.
Yeah, yeah. So they basically do everything for you. So this would be similar to what we would do. Like you would start providing the tool, and then you become known as an expert, and then you can basically take the same tool, and instead of them integrating it,
Add
you would
human in
integrate it
there.
for them.
2,000 a month is quite steep.
Yeah, it's nothing for a company.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if you're going to outsource it to some guy in Philippines, it's going to be around the same price, but you're going to sell
Mm.
10 to 20 ready to publish blog posts every month. That's what you're doing. One in-depth topic cluster per month, 30-day sprints. Okay. Business plan with unlimited access. AI search optimization. Guaranteed 25% increase in traffic in 90 days or you don't pay. Whoa. Okay. 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 What? Guaranteed
In 90
25%
days.
increase in traffic or you don't pay.
In traffic, it doesn't mean sales.
Traffic. Bro. Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Like that's an actual offer. That's an offer you can't refuse.
Mm.
That's the sort of offer you want to make. Bro, this should be front and center. I don't know why they don't just let us do it for you, guaranteed, or you don't pay. Guaranteed traffic increase or you don't pay. That could be the whole value proposition. Like you just go to customers and you tell them, hey, I'll guarantee you an increase in traffic or you don't pay us. Wait, you don't pay what? You've already paid the 2,000 a month. You mean you don't pay anymore? Is that is that the guarantee? You don't pay anymore. So what? It just cancels? It's unclear. It's a bit ambiguous, this one. Okay. All right. Very interesting. Very interesting. I didn't know iHeart was Next.js. Okay. All right. All righty. I mean, I think like Next.js. Oh, I'm sure there are a bunch of like Next.js directories, sort of communities that we can go after. Anyway, I feel like we're getting ahead of ourselves. Again, like maybe it's a good idea to start from the back. Like start from, okay, what are potential customers going to see? And then how do we build the minimum so that we can fulfill that, so that we can show it to customers and then see if anyone would actually buy it. I
Okay,
don't
so
think
you're
this is going to be
saying,
super complicated to implement
mhm,
using AI, but we could implement the front end using AI just so that we can record the demo video. So you click, 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 done,
yeah.
and it's just static front end. And then when we get a customer, we start implementing the bits that we need in order to make it a full-fledged solution.
Mm, yeah. Want to get, pushing out an MVP first. The MVP is basically a landing page, kind
Yeah,
of,
a landing page or just a video.
yeah.
Oh man, I'm pumped. And maybe we could use
Yeah, we
like
could,
some example, like OCRArabic.com could be our example. Like we could just add a blog, so you would have slash blog slash all of the different posts. Oh wow, that would be beautiful. We can even do multilingual stuff, depending on the keywords we're trying to go after. Whatever happened with this? Did we ever end up? We haven't checked in on this in a while. Is it even working? It'd be nice if
It
it
is
was
working.
still. It's still. I mean, I changed the API key. I don't know if we're using the same API key or we're using a different one. Okay, it's still working. That's good. That is. I love it. Such a great user experience. No one emailed asking for API access. Hmm.
Well, the traffic is pretty low given the interest. So
There's actually traffic?
no, there's none.
Well, why would you
There
say
was some
it's pretty
traffic,
low?
and yeah, like zero low. Well,
Zero low.
non-existent.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, but us checking it is one person viewing, so it's very low.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
I know. I thought about it.
Google list. All right. So we're just gonna stick this inside here. Oh no. Okay. So this is the transcript. All right. All right. All right. All right. So we got our ICP, we got their pain, we got the pitch buttoned up. What do we need? What do we need to do next? So,
We need
man, like,
the
how realistically speaking, how soon can we get that demo video out?
we can. Do you think we can do it today?
Today?
Yeah,
Bro, I like your thinking. I like your thinking, but we don't have anything. Like, we don't even have a freaking UI. What are we going to be doing? What are we going to be demoing?
like we start with like that's our goal, but we start creating. We just so if we are to do it on ACR Arabic, then we just make the modification that we had, which is um, the Next.js back, the slugs. We
Hmm.
overcome, and then we will generate a blog post based on. Um, so we just create like a landing page that you know kind of reflects what our dashboard would look like. How would that look? We can. We need to figure that out. That's what's going to take some time.
True.
Like, how will the dashboard would look like? The auto SEO.
Oh, it'd be funny if this
What
doesn't
would
use
they see?
Next.js. This doesn't use Next.js, man. Let's see, our Arabic doesn't use
Oh, it's
Next.js.
Arabic.
Oh my God. He uses
Oh,
Vite. Wait, does Vite
Vite.
have rewrites? Rewrite Vite URLs on dev server. Huh. Vite? What do we use for the server? So build, Vite build, and then dev just uses Vite. Nginx. Okay, we're using Nginx, so I think it's possible. Actually, I have no idea how this is working. I don't know how it would work. Uh, Vite? Vite, does Vite have rewrites? It's a good question to ask. Uh, no, it doesn't look like it does. Okay, so maybe OCR Arabic is not the best example. We can use the other one. What's it called? Uh, Podzilla. Oh, we're already providing a service. Oh, we're not actually. No, we're replacing a server. Okay.
Yeah.
We should have recorded the demo video for this. We need to update it to work with LinkedIn and then post the demo video. I'm trying to do that this week, or maybe over the weekend. That would be a nice demo to add. Hmm, okay. Um, all right. So, bro, mint.ph. Maybe that's a good demo. Maybe that's a good demo, huh?
The Zilla is pretty good too. Yeah, this
Godzilla?
one is good also. Yeah.
Yeah. You just do this. And then it's easy to connect with because it's a simple service. Um, but yeah, you could just easily see how this would work, like the sort of posts that it would generate. Like just let's say a hypothetical service where you're selling swimming pools and landscaping, and then just explain how you can use SEO to get the job done. Boom, you're good. You just got a full-fledged freaking blog attached to your thing. I mean, I don't know if these guys would pay big bucks. Maybe
The
like you
Mint
want to ask
guys,
like who the target customer would be and what solution they'd be able to vibe with. Anyway, I think that would be. Oh, the problem is that that's not even going to be Next.js either. Right? Don't get depressed, okay? Don't get depressed just because nothing is Next.js. I mean, we built this solution because we thought, hey, wouldn't it be easy for Next.js landing pages to easily bolt on SEO? And then we realized when we're coming to make the demo video that none of the ones we actually set up are actually Next.js. It's a pretty depressing story, but it doesn't need to be, right? Is it? It's a bit depressing.
no, I'm trying to think if so Node.js is one part of it.
Next.js?
I mean Next.js, yes. What
Yeah.
I'm thinking about is what if we just create like dummy static site?
A dummy static site. Yeah, just like the one we did with the other demo, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like but this one would be more like a fully fledged, like a let's say a random idea. Uh, um, we want it to be like actual, like because you will be generating blog posts, so you want it to be useful in the demo. Uh,
Mm.
okay, so something like too bad OCR is V2. So we have what's about Redbox? No, but we don't have a site for Redbox.
Yeah. The problem is Lovable generates the Vite stack. So
What
the
if we
projects
tell
that
it
we
not
have are
to?
all Vite. Maybe we do it for an existing site that we don't have any relation to. Uh, Actually, having a demo site, I think, is fine. Like you don't need an established product. You're just set up like a random demo site, like you were saying, and then show how it could work for a hypothetical product. Doesn't need to be like a well-established thing.
Hmm.
Growth stage. So, new ideal customer is growth stage startups and content-reliant SaaS companies using modern stacks. Okay, already getting some organic traffic, but struggling to scale content. Give me examples of companies that fit our new ideal customer profile. so that we can use them as part of a demo video to demonstrate how amazing our solution is. Linear, okay. B2B SaaS. They're using Next.js for Vercel. Beautifully designed site with strong dev DNA but sparse blog. Okay, okay, all right. Without diluting the aesthetic. So your thing is like, okay, we can give you a sick aesthetic. I don't know if that's a great idea, man. I don't know about that. Linear.com. Let's see. Linear.app, I believe. Okay, so they have a blog. Okay, the blog is pretty sparse. There's not a whole lot going on. Okay. No, it's probably too well designed. I think that's the problem. Hmm. Post hog. Okay. Product analytics for devs. Okay. Organic lead gen at scale. Oh, post hog. Yeah. Maybe post hog. I think post hog would be a good, let's see. Posthog.com. What are they doing for dogs? No, they don't have. Do they have a blog?
I think
Oh,
there's community.
yeah, they have a blog.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. They have a blog. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we can do this. We can use the same style too. Maybe they have an existing blog. Okay, but we're not going to replace their existing blog if they already have one, right? You want someone who's not got an existing blog? Huh. All right, all right, all right. Just give me a sec. Someone's knocking on the door.
Sure. Your cam's running though. Don't forget.
All right, all right, all right. I'm back.
Hello.
Yes. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can
Greetings.
hear you.
That's excellent. All right, so yeah, man. I mean, I don't want to overthink this. I think it's fine if we just sort of jump into it and figure it out as we go along.
Hitting you twice.
Posting a demo video is probably the first step, but how do you do it in a way we're not going to get these guys on board because they're already spending a lot of time on
Uh,
their
I'm actually, I'm actually, I'm actually hitting you twice.
you're hearing me twice.
Yeah.
That's twice the fun, my friend. Oh, I had two mics enabled as audio sources. All right, how about now?
Okay. Now
We
it's
good?
better.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's better.
We're not going to get these guys on board. I mean, these guys are just all in, right? They got like custom stuff all
Yeah.
the way. I mean, they're spending a lot of time on their docs already. They don't need this. Um, they've got the whole
So
thing
do we
in-house.
find do we like do it on someone that might need us, or do we like you want to create a demo on someone like that might need us, or we do it on a random dummy, you know, something
Yeah,
like
could be a
this?
random dummy site. But what's the core value proposition to them? It's like, okay, you are not doing it. So the ideal customer is not doing content already, but they know that they need to, right?
They need
I mean,
to.
if they did content, like we wouldn't be able to import it,
These guys,
maybe.
now these guys don't have it.
They have a blog. Okay. It's empty though. It's practically empty. Oh, they have a lot of stuff actually. They used to spend a lot of time on this sort of stuff. Is that's the thing? Like if you
Oh,
already have a blog, it's not going to be as helpful, maybe.
well, this is the thing. Most startups start with the blog because it's the only thing that kind of gets them traffic.
Yeah. I mean, the beauty is like you don't even have to hit the blog. Like it could be called something else. So you could have multiple. Like you could have one for like I think about MN Invest, right? We already have, oh,
Yeah.
we're A/B testing the landing page, by the way. So when you hit halal investing, this is a blog. Clickety click. This is a blog, but it's related to halal investing. And then
But
we
it's
have
not.
one slash blog too. Oh, that goes here as well. We killed that. Interesting. Okay. So I guess you could just do just general blog as well. I don't know, man. I kind of feel like maybe. I don't know who the let's be real here. We actually have no idea who's going to benefit from this. Maybe it's going to be small businesses. Maybe it's going to be someone else. Maybe we just need to ship it, use it, build it for our own. I mean, that's the beauty of doing it like super quick, is you're not overthinking it. You're just building it, and then hopefully someone sees the demo, they reach out, you get a few customers, and then you learn, you get feedback, and then you develop it, and it gets better, and then you get more customers, and so on. That's how the flywheel sort of starts kicking in. You don't have a clear picture up front, but if you're able to build quickly, then that's okay. It wouldn't matter if you have a grand vision for how this is going to work or who it's going to help. Does that make sense? Do you agree?
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm thinking about. Mm, so basically, you would want to ship fast, but at the same time, okay. So initially, we cannot have. Sorry, we can not have an actual working thing, but we can get emails. But I'm thinking like which would be better, a payment link, and then they will get access to the service, or a wait list, and then like wouldn't I'm not sure like would they still be excited after we push out the because you will develop after a certain number after you hit a certain number of interest like if you hit a certain
Yeah.
number of interest
So maybe
like
a wait
if we
list, and
get
then
10.
we prompt them to pay and immediately get access?
Mm, no, like so it's two options. It's either like a wait list or directly a payment link. The first meaning we don't have to develop anything, but at the same time, it means that the interest will be on hold. The second one, if they pay directly, we know that this thing could be useful, but we'll have to develop it will require some development time. Like we have to develop the thing and push it out. Now, the difference so what I'm thinking about is which would be better to to get them directly to pay or to have them wait until we develop the system. I know it's like in proof of usually what they tell you, don't develop until you get the customers, but it's just an interest, like they're not paying. So
Mm,
you're not really sure if
they're
even
not
if you
customers.
develop it exactly. So wouldn't it be easier to just maybe develop something and have them have a payment link ready? So if they want to use it, it will be directly payment.
Yeah. All right. Maybe we put a pin on that. I need to
Yeah, you just
I need to drop off now. But something to think about for the next
okay,
time. But I think next time we should just jump into it, and hopefully by the next video. I mean, last time it took us 10 hours to develop something. If we can get, you know, a demo, like
5.
reach the end by 5 hours,
Yeah, yeah,
like that would
that
be
would
freaking
be
crazy.
mental. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So
But that's
something
the
to think
thing,
about for next time.
yeah, it's either like a payment link or a waiting list.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's a waiting list, you still need like some structure. Like you're gonna show a demo
Of
video
course,
on the waiting list. So what's
of
that
course.
demo video? Like you need to have a UI, you need to have like the flow. Even if it's not functional, if it's just the front end, you need to build something. It's not going to be like entirely void of any building. So yeah, I
So
mean,
we might as well just develop it.
maybe you might as well just develop the thing, and then like you can even do a mix of both. Like you do a wait list, and then once you enter your email, you're prompted, hey, pay and get access
Pay.
immediately. So
Yeah.
that way
And some
you have their
parts,
email, worst
maybe
case.
some, yeah, and maybe some parts of the service could be locked until later, until we give them later. You
Now,
know what
now
I'm
we're
saying?
introducing complexity, but I think yeah, like kind of like Podzilla, I guess, to some extent. Like you sign up and then you are prompted to pay before you record your first podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. All right, man. Dear viewers, that's the 2 hour mark. We still have 3 hours, hopefully, to ship something. Um, and I mean, that would be the goal, is get something out in 5 hours flat. Today, I think, was really good because we managed to validate that it's technically
I,
possible using Next.js to ship
well,
something. So
technically, this doesn't count as part of it though, anyway. So
it
because we
is.
were
It does
kind of,
count. Let's not make no. It does count.
it's
Now you're fudging the numbers
but
already. It's like this
no,
is gonna
no,
go
no,
over.
because I think I know it will go over like this. I know because
As long as we're
because this
improving
is
on the
like
10 hours, we're going in the right direction.
no, but I feel this is something important. This is good.
Hmm.
Automatic SEO is good
Yeah, yeah, I
because
agree.
all the solutions are parts. Anyways, let's not
All
take
right, dear
much time
viewers,
of our view.
we'll
Yeah.
see you on the
Bye.
next one then. Take care and adios.